Good morning and welcome to Kilachari Torah's daily Halacha review for Friday, the 4th of June. We were talking yesterday about, in the last couple of days, about Panim Chadashot. Panim Chadashos, the idea of having new people there, new guests that haven't shared yet in the rejoicing with the bride and groom, to be able to recite the Sheva Brachas, the 7 blessings that are said for the entire week after bride and groom get married. So we said that Shabbat can be considered Panim Chadashos. It itself is a new guest, so to speak, at the wedding. So at the meals of rejoicing. So we'll continue talking about the first and second days of Yom Tov, just like the two first meals, Friday night and Shabbat day of Shabbos, are considered Panim Chadashos. So are the meals during the first 2 days of Yom Tov. This applies for 2 meals on each day of Yom Tov. If you want to have additional meals, then you have to have Panim Chadashos. In other words, someone gets married, let's say right before Shavuos, or they get married. It used to be a very popular custom, maybe some people still do it, to get married the day right after Yom Kippur. So there would be some Sheva Brachas on Sukkot. So the first 2 days of Yom Tov, at the nighttime meal and in the Sukkah, and at the daytime meal, also in the Sukkah, you would say the Sheva Brachas if the bride and groom are present. If you want to have more meals than that, you want to have a little Shalosh Seudos or something in the afternoon, or some kind of an extra meal, you would have to have Panim Chadash. You'd invite people over who haven't taken part in the festivities yet in order to say the Sheva Bracha. Some people say we're lenient with Yom Tov because we also, according to the view of some, Aruch HaShulchan writes that we get a Neshama Yisera, an extra soul, also on Yom Tov. It can happen that a person who lives outside of Israel gets married to someone from Israel, and the wedding is in Israel. It's close to Yom Tov. So then the question comes up whether second day Yom Tov can exempt them from having Panim Chadashos if they're planning to move back to outside of Israel, Chutz La'aretz. So are they Eretz Yisrael people? Are they who keep 1 day of Yom Tov? Are they Canada people who keep 2 days of Yom Tov? What's the story? Panim Chadashos are not required in this situation. Moreover, if a person who lives in Israel gets married to someone from outside of Israel and the wedding is outside of Israel, Yom Tov Sheni exempts Panim Chadashos, even if they plan on moving back to Israel. So there's a little fun fact. Okay, the last couple we'll just run through quickly. Rosh Chodesh is not Panim Chadashos. Rosh Hashanah is. Erev Yom Kippur is not. Chol HaMoed is not. Chanukah is not. Purim, that's a machlokas. They say maybe it is, maybe it isn't. So if someone gets married right before Purim, maybe they have to, maybe they don't. You have to decide that when it comes up. Shushan Purim is definitely not, and Purim, they say, in many cases they say is not. The custom seems to be that neither day in practice is considered Panim Chadashos. Purim Katan, this year is not only is a Shemitah year, it's also a leap year. So we're going to have 2 Adars. So the 14th of Adar Rishon, when it would be Purim if we weren't in a leap year, that is not considered Panim Chadashos. So if that upsets your wedding plans, sorry to wreck your day there. Tonight, this evening, Erev Shabbat, earliest time to light candles is 7:19. Actual candle lighting time is 8:36 this evening. We will, again, unfortunately not be gathering in the shul for Kabbalat Shabbat, Mincha and Kabbalat Shabbat. If we were, that would take place at 7 p.m. Shacharis tomorrow morning will be in person in Yirtzeh Hashem if you've signed up beforehand. We will return to our 10 upstairs, 10 downstairs program that we had around Pesach time leading up to Pesach. In those few weeks in the late winter, we were able to do this. That'll begin at 10 o'clock, last around an hour and a half or so. Motzei Shabbos, the conclusion of Shabbos is 9:50, 10 minutes to 10. That means Zoom Havdalah is 10 o'clock. Everyone's invited to join us. This Shabbat is a very special Shabbos. It is Shabbos Mevorchim. We'll be blessing the month of Tammuz, which begins this week. Rosh Chodesh is Thursday and Friday, so we will be saying the special blessing in Shul. The reappearance of the moon in Jerusalem, the eternal and undivided capital of Israel, will be Thursday morning, 9:15 and 8 parts in the morning. The Moiled wird sein Donnerstag in der Früh, 15 Minuten mit 8 Chalakim nach 9 Azegers. It's easier to say in Yiddish. I don't know why I just don't say it in Yiddish. Okay, so that's that. Have a wonderful Shabbat, and we will see you afterward. Maybe we'll see you on. Could be. If you're one of the lucky 20. Everyone else will see you after Shabbos. Please join us for Havdalah and for more interesting and engaging halacha review the week to come. Good Shabbos.